Hello everyone, welcome back to our new lecture. So today we are going to start nested condition and logical operators. So as we have discussed in our previous lecture is about the if else and else condition. I hope you are practicing the questions and clearing your doubts and try to ask some doubts in a comment section. Okay. So let's start today. Let's start our today's topic. Firstly, we are going to discuss about what are the logical operators. So let's start. So what here it is written that okay, this one is the intro part. So here is about the and means here is about the logical operators. So today we are going to start with the logical operators. First, let me take the highlighter first. So as you can see very well that we are going to start with the logical operators. So just comment it down that what are the logical operators? What are the three types of logical operators? Okay, I hope you are giving the answer in the comment sections. So I am telling you that what are the three logical operators. So first one is our AND operator, second one is our OR operator, and the third one is our NOT operator. So as we have discussed in our previous lectures very well about the logical operators, about first one, we are going to talk about the AND operator. As we know very well that what are the work of the means what is the work of the AND operator. So you know very well that if both the conditions, if you can say if both the two conditions are true, then our AND operator is going means our AND logical operator is going to be work. It is going to give us true. What happen if one condition is true and another one is false? Our OR operator is going to work. Okay. And what happen if we are using AND operator on that time? If our one condition is true and another one is false, on that time what is going to be happen? On that time our AND operator is not going to give any type of output. Okay. And when we are going to know about we are also going to do the same condition with the OR operators, like we are putting the two right conditions and using OR operators. On that time what is going to be happen? Again we are not going to get nothing, means not going to get anything as our output. Okay, if we are going to use the OR operator. But what happen with the not operators? What is going to be happen? Like if we know very well that 2 is even number, like I am writing that 2 is even number. If 2 like I am writing that if 2 is even number, so we know very well the logic about that 2 means what are the logic for the even numbers. I that modulo sign 2 equals to 0. That is about our what? That is about our, I am talking about this one. I modulo, I hope you know about the modulo 2 equals to equals to 0. And the okay. So as we know very well that this one means we are going to write and in means you can say in above we are going to take the user inputs and all. So as we know very well that if the user is going to give the user input as our even number, so what we are going to get? We are also going to means on that time what is going to be happen if we are using not operator? Just tell me the answers. Means we have discussed this topic in our earlier in our previous lectures. So just tell me one thing that what happen if we are going to use a not operator? On that time, whatever the answer is going to be true, that is going to give us false, and vice versa. Like if we are going to take false, we are also going after that after using that not operator, we are going to get true. So just what happened in the not operator? They are just going to turn the true to false, false to true. So let's check it out that how it's work. I'm going to show some examples of a logical operator. that will help you in your you can say in your further lectures. So let's check it out. So here we are going to talk about AND operators. A quick example of AND operator, like here we are going to take a user input as a math score is equals to input and enter your math score between 1 or 0 to 100. Okay, and signs input. We are taking user input. I hope you know very well that how you have to take the user input. Your science score again 0. This okay. So here I'm going to use our conditional operators, as we know very well that we have discussed in our previous lectures about the conditional operator means conditional statements of is means you know very well that if else. So we are going to use that one here for our conditions, like if math score is greater than how much, let's say greater than equal to 80, and science score is again greater than equal to 80. So as you can see very well that here we have created some criteria. Okay, if a student scores more than 80 in maths and more than as well as and, okay, so here we are using and more than 80 in science 2, what is going to be happen here? We are going to print, sorry, just a second, oh, sorry, okay, print congratulations. So what happen if our student is going to score more than 80 marks in maths and more than 80 marks in science too? So that the student is got some message. It's here is just like this message is going to be that student is going to be seen on this interface. So what happen if he is not scoring that much marks? Else print wait. So as you can see very well, we know very well what is going to be happen if a student is going to score more than 80 marks in maths as well as in science. That student is eligible for this course. And what happen if he is not scoring that much marks, that the fulfillment of the our criteria is 80, and if our student is not going to you can say secure more than 80 marks, you can say equal to marks, what is going to be happen? That student is not eligible for our course. So what they are going to get, they are going to get, sorry, better luck next time. So we are going to run this code. Just a second. Okay, as you can see very well that here we have to write, means here we have to take a user input, as I'm going to write 89 marks, and again here I'm going to write 95 marks. As you can see very well that what we are getting congratulations, eligible for this course, as we have discussed. And what happen if someone scored more marks in maths and less marks in science? So let's check it out. If I'm going to score 90 marks in maths, 78 marks in science, and as you can see very well that we are getting a message of sorry, better luck this time, as we have discussed about the AND operator, that if both the conditions are true, then our AND operator is going to do up. Our AND operator is going to give the true up, means you can say give that a particular, you can say output. What happened? We are going to replace this one as with our or operator, and let's check it out. What is going to be happening? As I have just entered or, I am going to write here. I am going to use the input as 56 in maths and 90 in science. As you can see very well, we are also getting the congratulation eligible for this course, as we have discussed very well that an operator, if any one of the condition is true, they are going to get true. And as you can see very well that I have scored 56 in maths, and in science I have scored 90. On the basis of this science score, I am getting the stream. Okay, I am getting this score. What happened? We are going to use not operator, not right now. Just check it out, another example for this one. What happened if I'm going to score 56 and same, not same means 45 percent? As you can see very well that both the conditions are false here. So in our operator, there is a chances that, not the chances, there is a fixed thing that if you are not fulfilling the criteria, you are going to lie in the else category, which is our sorry better luck next time. So what happens if I am going to use not operator? So let's check it out. Now we are going to just check it out, then quick example of a not operator. So now we are going to discuss about the example of a not operator. So let's check it out. Let me select this one. Okay. Now I am going to take the new example for a not operator. Okay, I'm going to take a user input is raining. Input enter yes, no. Okay, if not is go for walk, else so as you can see very well that I have used our not operator here. If not is raining, like if is raining, like I am going to choose I'm showing you with the help of the example. Okay, like here I am writing yes. As you can see very well, what we are getting, we are getting stay at home. Okay, and what happens if I am going to take no? Okay, wait. I think I have done some mistake here. Just a second. Okay, I got the error. So here you don't have to use the user input. Just we have to write a simple input that true. Okay, is raining means raining is happening. What happened? Okay, wait. No. So just what we have to do, we have to means you can say that we are going to take our normal input, which is our what true. I am just assigning this one. Yeah, what is happening? Raining means rain is happening. That is raining. It's raining. So what is going to be happen? Just check it out. Like as you can see very well, that stay at home. We are getting what? Stay at home because I have written true. And what happen if I am going to use false? Just commented down that what we are going to get if I'm going to use false here. And as you can see very well that we are getting go for a walk. Okay, so this is a sweet and simple example of our three logical, not the logical, our yeah, you can say three logical operators by using our and or and not operator. Okay, so I hope you are clear with our logical operators. So let's move forward for our next topic, which is our understood condition. So we are here with our new topic, which is our nested condition. So as you can see very well that we are going to talk about nested condition. So I am telling you that what is nested condition. Here to get nested condition allow placing one if statement inside another. What happened? Like we are using this if. Okay, this one is outside, and we are using if inside if. We are using if loop inside if. That is known as our nested condition. Okay, so here it is written. Okay, the structure is useful for checking multiple criteria sequentially enhancing decision making. So what happens if we are going to use our nested condition? So by using our nested condition, we are going to get more, you can say, sequential answers, and you can say more good for our decision making. So let's check it out what here it is written that a real world application logical operator and an command. For example, and as we have discussed in our previous examples. Okay, so now we are moving forward with our we have discussed this one. So we have to just discuss about the nested loop and nested conditions. Okay, so Python logical operators and the health command conditions, for example, and because okay, yeah. So here it is written about the nested condition explained. Okay, so nested condition allow for more complex decision making. For instance, checking age before breed ensures only eligible candidates can donate blood. So here it is here what happened means here some example is given about that if someone is having age more means yeah more age 18 plus and that person is eligible for the donation for the blood. Okay, and if he or she is not, so he is not eligible for donation means donating their blood. Okay, so let's move forward. So again, yeah, here it is some example of this one that how we are using the AND operator, and again by the help of the AND operator we are using nested condition. So nested condition allows placing if a statement inside another. Yeah, we have talked about this one. Okay, example is about the blood donation. In a blood donation example, age must be checked first. If the age condition fails, the weight check is skipped, demonstrating efficient decision making. So let's check it out that what here we are discussing about the blood donation. It's not about the blood donation. It's about the example for the blood donation criteria that how we are going to find that which candidate is eligible for our blood donation. So let's check it out. Let's move forward to our VS Code. So now we are going to talk about the nested conditions. Means an example of our nested conditions. And let's check it out. So again, what we have to do, we have to create a new file, nested loops dot py and press enter. Okay. So we are just talking about the blood donation and all. Okay. So what we have to do again, here I'm going to take a user input about the age and input and enter your age. Okay. And now the main thing here we are going to do, like we are going to start our nested loop, like how we are going to put in if condition inside another if condition. Here right now I am going to write first if condition, which is if age is greater than equal to 18, print age criteria met, checking wait. Okay, first one means if our first criteria is going to be fulfilled, this message is going to be shown on their screen. Second thing, what is going to be happen? Second, again we are going to take another, you can say user input, which is about weight. Uh, Float one. Okay, I'm going to take float one. Input enter your weight. Okay. Again, here I'm going to do what? Again, here I'm going to create our new. You can say means new if condition, like if weight is greater than equal to 50, print you you are eligible for our blood donation camp. Okay. And what happen if he or she is not fulfilling our criteria, our you can say inside criteria, like inside loop criteria, which is about our what if uh, inside if. So here what we are going to print, you are not eligible. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to complete, or you can say end my last loop, our means our first loop, which is our what, our this age criteria. What happens if someone's age is not greater than you can say not greater than you can say equal to 18. So what our system is going to print, our system is going to print you, okay, your age is not eligible for donating blood. Okay, so as you can see very well, let me discuss about this one. Okay, so as you can see very well that first one means firstly what we have done, we have taken user input which is about the age, and as you can see very well that we are creating some example. We are here taking some example with the about the age, like we are putting our age inside a conditional statement. Like we are taking if age is greater than equal to 18, what is going to be printed? What we are going to get? We are going to get age criteria met, checking weight. What happened? If this one works, then our if statement is going to move forward on this next one about the weight one. What happened? In this weight one, our system is going to check about means going to ask about the user input. They're going to take our user input about the weight. If their weight is greater than now, in this line, as you can see very well, this one is also going to be happen. Okay, what happened? If this one met, if our this criteria is going to be met, what is going to be happen? Our this criteria is going to be started. If what happen if this criteria is not going to be met, okay, what is going to be happen? Our system is going to skip all these this criteria, okay, all this criteria, and directly our system is going to print this one. Your age is not eligible for donating blood, okay, and if our you can say age criteria is going to be met to our system, you can say as we are discussing about the age 18. So if our user the age is about 18, so what is going to be happen? Our this means if inside if is going to be work, and we are going to get our output as a you are eligible for a blood donation camp. Before that, our system is going to ask about the weight. If their weight is also our fulfilling our criteria, then we are going to get this one. Otherwise, we are going to get this one. You are not eligible. Okay, so let's check it out. Let me run this code. As you can see very well, I have to write our age. Let's say I am going to write my age as 20. Enter. Okay, age criteria met, checking weight. So here what we have to do, we have to write our weight, that is 65, enter. So as you can see very well that you are eligible for our blood donation camp. Okay, that if our user is, if we are going to give 20, as means as here we have set means set our criteria for our less age, which is about you can say more than 18. So we are fulfilling our first criteria, and the next criteria we are also fulfilling that one also about the weight, that our weight is more than equals to 50. So as you can see very well that our age is more than equals to 50, which is about 65. So that's why we are eligible for this blood donation camp. Otherwise, what happen? What happen if we are not eligible for this blood donation camp? So I am going to write my age again the 20, but I am not going to fulfill this weight criteria. Let's check it out. Like here I am going to write 45. And as you can see very well that we are getting you are not eligible, as we have discussed very well about this this loop. Okay, this condition one, this is a statement of one about the if inside is if one, which is about the weight. So it means as you can see very well that initially I am fulfilling the criteria of age. Okay, I am fulfilling the criteria of age as I am greater than 18. Okay, but in the next moment what happened, uh, I am not fulfilling the criteria of weight, as I have said here about age means weight is more than 50. So what happened, I am means if our user is 45, what is going to be happen, our this means this loop starts. Okay, this loop is going to be start, but what happened, we are not going to match this weight criteria. Okay, as you can see very well that we have taken 45, we have taken 45, and of course 45 is less than 50, so that's why we are getting this one. So what happened if we are not eligible, means if we are not going to meet the criteria in the age section? Let's check it out. Like here I am writing 16. So as you can see very well that the other one means, if I'm not going to meet this criteria, if my age is 16, that is of course means, that's of course we are less than 18. Okay, so we are not eligible for donating the blood. Okay, so that's why what happened, means that the remaining loop is going to be skipped by our statement. So this is only about the nested loop. This is the short and simple example for our nested loop. As you can see very well that we have discussed about each and everything in this one, that how we are taking user input, we are using our conditional statement, we are using our logical operators, and you can see very well that how we are using if inside if, and we are getting our, you can say, output very easily on our screen. So let's move forward with our new topic. Let's check it. So as we have discussed about the blood donation example, okay. So now I am giving you a short and simple homework that you have to use nested condition for leap year, that you have to find whether the year is leap year or not. Okay, by using our nested, you can say, conditions. Okay, so there is something we are going to discuss about, that how to use nested conditional logical operator in Pythons. Okay, so understand logical operators. So as we have discussed very well that about the and or not operator, so I hope that is clear to you. This logical operator is going to do our, you can say, help into take the decision making conditions and all. And the next thing is talking about the implement nested condition, that learn how to nest each statement within each other. Okay, means you have to maintain our that flow of our questions. You can say, or you can say our output, whatever we are going to get, that is not illogical. Okay, this allows you to create a complex decision structure where the second condition is only evaluated if the first condition is true. So as we have discussed in our nested condition, as we have seen in our what previous example, that if our first condition is true, only then our second condition is started. Okay, if our first condition is not going to match this one, so what is going to be happen, which what is going to be happen, uh, the whole the statement, the whole the thing is going to be skipped, and the else part, the first if else part is going to be printed. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the third, which is about the practice with the real world example. I hope you are practicing with each and everything, that as you can see very well that we have chosen our blood donation example, that how we are putting the age, we are taking age from user. You can say after matching the age criteria, we are asking about the weight, that if user weight is more than 50, then he or she is eligible for our blood donation camp. Otherwise, he or she is eligible for blood donation camp. Okay, what happens if we are failing in a first condition, which is about the age criteria? The other one is going to be skipped, as we have discussed in our second one. So just you have to practice with all this discussion with our real world exams. Okay, so next is about the test different scenarios. What we have to do, we have to test different scenarios. Okay, run your code without various inputs, observe how the program behaves under different conditions. Okay, one thing I am going to tell you, that try to do some experiments with your code. Okay, whatever the code I'm telling to you, try to make some changes. Just check it out that what you are getting. If you are getting any type of error, you can comment it down in any of the lectures. I am going to reply you. But try to do some experiment with your code. Okay, whatever the different condition you are going to put, or what type of answer you are getting, so that makes your coding journey more easier. Okay, so next thing is about the review and reflect. After coding, review logic and output. As you can see very well that before you can say running our code, what I am doing, I am doing just discussing about the logics. I'm just discussing about the logics, that how the logic is going to be worked and what is going to be printed before pressing that run button. Okay, so I hope you are practicing each and everything. Now I'm going to discuss about the new example, which is about the leap year and all. But let's check it out that what happened, means how we are going to tackle our leap year question. Just comment it down. Start with a new section. That is our what? Leap year. What I'm going to do here, as you know very well, that what is our leap year? If something is, let's say, if any of the year is divisible, means any of the year which is having, you can say, 29 of Feb, not about the 29th, just I'm telling you the simple thing that if any of the year is divisible by 4, then that is our leap year. Okay, but it's not happening all the time. Some of the year is also divisible by means 4, but still they are not our what? Our leap year. Let's check it out that why I'm telling this one. So first one I am going to take year. As you know very well that we are going to take this one as our for means for our user input and input enter enter the year. Okay, now I am using first conditional statement, which is our if year is divisible by 4, which you know very well that this one is our module. Why we are using? Because we know very well that if our year is divisible by 4 and not giving any type of remainder, and our remainder is 0, then our year is our leap year. So I'm also going to write 0. Again, next thing I'm going to do, I am going to, that means this statement, this if statement is only for passing the criteria. That yeah, you have crossed our criteria. But what happened? Means there are so many type of year which is divisible by 4, but still not a leap year. So let's check it out. If I am going to write means a new condition, which is if year. This one is for our, I think, century years, okay? Like 1900, 2000s, 1800, like this. So I'm going to write it again year, modulo 100 is equals to 0 again. And for this one, what we are going to do means also for this one, as we know very well that 1900 is not a leap year, but still what happened, it is divisible with our 100. Okay, and as you know very well that is also divisible by 4 also. Okay, so let's check it out. For that one we are going to create, what we are going to create, we are just going to create a new example, means not an example, a new condition. If year, again modulo divisible by 400, again the same thing. Then what we are going to get, print it's leap year. Okay, and what happen if we are else print it's just a second, it's not the year. For this one, try always keep one thing in your mind. Don't ever exceed any type of you can say indentation. Okay, as you have to close each and every loop. Okay, why, like here I am taking else. In our further lectures we are going to discuss about for and while. So you have to keep all these things in your mind, that if you are uh, starting any type of loop, you have to end that loop also. So like here I am going to take print it's the year, and again else print, sorry, print it's it's not oats, it's it's sorry, it's not the year. So now we are going to check what is going to be happen and what we are going to get. So I am going to run this code. As you can see very well that we have to write a means year. I am writing 2020, 2020 and press enter. It's a leap year. As you know very well, that is 2020 is divisible by 4, and we are not going to get any type of remainder. Then what is going to be happen? We are going means our what our condition is fulfilled. That's why we are getting it's a leap year. And what happen if I am going to write 1900? I am just telling about that 1900 is not a leap year. So as you can see very well that it's not a leap year because it's not fulfilling the criteria. As we know very well that 1900. Just a second, I am showing you something. Just a second. Okay. So as you can see very well, I am here writing 1900 divided by 4. As you can see very well, we are getting 475 and without any type of remainder and all. If we are going to get any type of remainder, we are going to get a decimal value also. So that's why 1900 is fulfilling the criteria of this one. Then what is going to be happen? Our 1900 is enter inside this one, this loop. This loop, okay, okay. For this 100 one, again I'm going to do 1900 divided by 100 and press enter. As you can see very well that this one is also divided by 100. So till now our 1900 is passing two criteria. The last criteria this year should have to pass. Then we are going to tell this year that it is our what leap year. So here I'm going to write 200, oh sorry, 1900 divided by 400. And as you can see very well, that we are not getting any type of means we are getting a remainder. Okay, we are getting remainder. That's why this 1900 is not our leap year. What happened? We are going to do the same example with the 2000, like 2000 divided by 4. As you can see very well that we are getting 500. So we know very well that 2000 is easily divisible by 4 and we are not going to get any type of remainder. What happened with another one? If I'm going to write 2000 divided by 100, and as we know very well that we are going to get 20. That's why we are here going to get 20 without any type of remainder. Again, I'm going to do 2000 divided by 400. And as we know very well that we are getting 5. So this is the short and simple example of our leap year, that how by using our nested loop we are easily means we are easily able to check it out or figure it out that whether the year is a leap or not. So with the help of this this Python code and all, we are easily find it out. We don't have to mess with our calendars and all. Okay, so by the help of this logic, and you can say by the help of our nested conditions, we are easily able to find it whether our year is leap or not. So I hope keep practicing, try to ask and try to solve more questions regarding this one, and keep studying, keep coding. Thanks for watching. This side Aman Kumar Aditya.